Okay, let's look at the exam 1A, problem number 5. Right? So we have this quadratic function given, and we need to answer a bunch of questions. Right? So let's look at part A. Right? We need to complete the square to write it in vertex form. Right? So let's do that. So f of x is equal to, right? So you have negative x squared plus 6x, right? I don't like this negative sign sitting in front, so I'm gonna just factor it out. So negative, actually just from the first two terms. So you have x squared here, right? If you factor a negative sign from 6x, so you're gonna have 6x, right? Then I'm gonna give a little bit room here, right? Then you put negative 4 right at the end, right? So we didn't factor out the negative 1 from negative 4, so negative 4 is the same as before, right? Then what you can do is we can put the number we want, right? We know that the third term we need is 1/2 of this number squared. So 1/2 of that is negative 3, and square that, it's 9. So we would like to have 9. So what we do is add 9 here, right? Then we subtract 9 right away, right? So that way we don't have to change anything. So we don't want to change the function, right? Then what we do is we're going to group together the first three terms. So you have x squared minus 6x plus 9, right? So those guys are together, right? Then you have a leftover negative 9, right? So that's inside the parentheses, so we still need to distribute this negative sign. Maybe I should do that. If you have a negative sign here, we're going to distribute that to negative 9, right? So which becomes positive 9, right? Outside, then this is minus 4. It's still there, right? Then we can complete the square here. So x squared, so it's x, right? Minus 6, so it's half of that, it's a negative 3, and quantity squared, right? So these three terms is exactly the same as quantity x minus 3 squared, right? Then 9 minus 4 is plus 5, right? So that, right? So this is in vertex form, so I'm gonna just box it in. So that's the vertex form, right? So that's part A, right? So let's do part B. We want to find the vertex, right? Vertex is pretty easy to find if you have a vertex form, right? So vertex would be, alright, so you have negative 3, so you have to change the sign on that one because the negative 3 corresponds to shift to the right, so it's positive 3, right? Then positive 5 is as itself, you don't have to change the sign for that, so this is the vertex. Right, so this is just from part A. Right, I'm gonna slide it down so that we can we have some room here, right? Maybe you do that. Right, find the minimum or maximum value of f of x. Right, so we need to pay attention to the sign here. So negative 1. This is a reflection about the x-axis. So parabola originally faces up, but because of this transformation, it's going to face down. So we're looking at the ballpark image of parabola looking like this, right? And this is the vertex, right? So this is the vertex, which is 3, 5 we just found in part B, right? So we know that the vertex is going to be the highest point, so we have a maximum value, right? So maximum value is going to be, right, it's going to happen when x equals 3 and a maximum value is 5, right? So you're going to have a maximum value, which is 5, right? So that's part C. All right, part D is pretty simple because we want to find the range of x, but you can see that the biggest number it can get is 5, and it seems like this function can achieve any number, real number below 5. All right, so the range is going to be, all right, from negative infinity all the way up to 5, right, including 5. Right, so this is the range of the function. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.